All right, Graham, so where we're heading today?
We are in Hamner Springs. We're going up, let me increase Hamner Springs. We're going up that road, Clarence Valley Road, to the top of the mountains.
That's a green one, so what grade is that?
That's the easy peasy one.
Oh, mint.
That's where you will fit it right in with your WR bike. Then we're going on the grey Rainbow Route road, which is grade 2. That's a long road. Dave and Lance, long.
I think there's 2 river crossings at the end of that, isn't there?
Oh no, then we're going to go another way.
That should be
Just
good.
joking. Then we go all the way up. Finally, we hit State Highway 63 at the top, not far from St. Arnu, which is a good place to get a lunch, maybe.
Yeah.
Then, this is when the tricky bits start. We go past Lake Roitoitoi, whatever, Roitoiti. Then, this is the gnarly bit. Halfway down that road, we go first on the Howard Valley Road, it's called.
Yep.
Is an important junction which we don't want to miss, which is start of this road here, the Parika Road, grade 4.
Grade 4, cool.
Okay, very, very gnarly. And that goes up over the mountain and down a steep side to Lake Rotorua. This here is life-threatening.
Oh dear.
That's where I realized last time I was on a, Anyway, and also there's lots of wrong turns we can take.
Right.
Which I found out last time. Alright, then cross Lake Rotorua, onto the Braeburn track, which is a lovely, lovely, lovely scenic road.
Nice.
And then turn left down to Tucky Road North.
Yep.
And then get out of the Mangles Valley Road, which is just a tarmac. And to Murchison. At Murchison, I think we'll just
regroup and see what time it is.
See what time, because there's still severe roading left.
Shit.
And also a long way to get to. We've got to get across to the west coast.
Yeah.
Not to.
So how far is Greymouth then from there?
Down there, it's far. It's going to be a longie. And it's also this one I wanted to do.
Yeah.
This little circular route here at Reefton, loop track. It looks wonderful.
That's purple. So what is that?
That's
what's that one?
Grade 3, which is
A
kind
3.
of.
Oh, we've done a 3 already, haven't we?
Yeah, two and 3 are easy.
Cool. Oh well, that's sort of the plan for today. Excellent. Cheers, Graham. Okay, well, Graham's given us the route, proposed route. You never quite know what's going to happen. It's Saturday morning, and looks like I'm the first one that's outside. Okay, I've got a mirror to reattach to WR and a chain to oil, and then we can hit the road. Okay, see you out on the trails. Now, Graham, can you just talk us through the damage on your bike from yesterday? Because we need... Oh, it's around the right-hand side, isn't it?
I only fall to the right.
Only fall to the right. I did spot your brake levers a bit bent.
Has that been bogged before, Graham?
No, that was it.
That's a new one, isn't it?
That is going to have to go to Glenfield panel beaters for a...
Oh, you reckon?
touch-up, yeah.
I'd leave it till the end of the trip.
Looks a bit like my face.
It might be a bit more, but...
Never.
And you going to be okay with that brake lever as it is?
Oh shit! It actually enhanced my riding ability.
Oh,
because
good.
I use my right toe.
Because let's face it, anything that can enhance your riding capabilities is probably a bonus, eh?
Yes.
Right. You wait, I'll be the first one to fall off today.
Definitely.
Okay, we're going to set off, first trail. We're going to head back up Molesworth track, and we're going to bear left onto Rainbows. up here. Are we on wide awake now? Yeah, you can jump on that. Just don't over rev it. Sort of short ship. I don't know where he is. on it. It's alright, it's just starting gear, it's alright. So listen, no throttle, just press the button. Should start, right? If you've got a problem, you can always just turn the ignition off, that'll reset the ECU. Turn it back on again. And then it should just start. There you go. If you pull the throttle at all, when you're trying to start it, it won't start. Yeah, because it's all fuel injected, you see, it just confuses the fuck out of it. But as a trick, you want to take either the right or the left. Don't go through the middle, because that's where all the rocks end up when the four-wheel drives go through. So go where the car tyres would normally go. Alright? Easy. Really? You gave it a wash, good man.
Do you want to carry on? Are you happy with that? For a while, or do you want to go back?
Yeah, you can stay on this if you want. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's nice.
They go well,
I
don't
haven't had a chance to, because it's flat.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't had a chance to really see how it handles.
On the more rugged stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a few.
The one thing you'll find with this is it's so responsive that you can end up putting too much gas on and it'll just flick the back end out and the front end will come up. It's a lot more...
And that's good.
Well, it's good most of the time, but sometimes it can actually be really bad.
Yeah.
You know, if you try to do something technical...
It picks out, but I just keep aiming and it'll straighten up eventually.
My poor bike. Well, there is skiing. I saw that there's a ski lodge thing down there, isn't there? But, yeah, so we're on Rainbows now, and as you can guess, I lost my WR. Graham's been playing on it, and now who's riding the WR next? Dave. Dave's stealing my bike. Lost my toy. That's all good. Promoting the Yamaha product as always. Okay, so we're about half an hour in. I have no idea how many Ks I've done. I'm very bad at keeping a record of that. But Rainbows is going to get a lot more difficult. Well, I said a lot more. It's going to get a bit more difficult further down, and it finishes with a couple of river crossings. So when you see us go through a final river crossing, then you know that we've got to the end. It's absolutely gorgeous out here at the moment. Really, really nice. Having a great time, and it looks like... Oh, I thought I saw our support vehicle turn up then, but no, not yet. We got a bit lost. Who knows? So just while we've got a few minutes waiting for the support truck to turn up, I just thought I'd introduce you to my WR450F. Now this is a 2013 vintage, I believe. There's not much difference, I don't think, between the 2013 and 2014, so it's somewhere around that era. I've had this bike from new, and it's only done, up until this trip, about 1,000 kilometres. Well, actually clicked 1,000 kilometres on this trip. I did Desert Storm on the bike last October and a couple of trail rides before that, but essentially it really hasn't done very much work at all. It's an amazing piece of kit, but it's not really the most ideal bike to use for this kind of trail, this kind of trip. We're covering very high kilometres, and these WRs are extremely high maintenance. They're a very highly strung engine, and they require oil changes and lots of love on a regular basis. Whereas the old Tenere XT660 that I was riding just now That's so much comfier, and you could do 5,000 Ks without having to worry about putting a spanner on it. This bike, every 10 hours it should be serviced, really, especially if you're pushing it hard. Okay, let's go take a quick look around and see how those tyres are coping with this gravel. Oh, there goes the sunshine. Right, so our front tyre, this was the one that came with the bike new, and we're running road pressures here, for the tarmac roads. We can't be messing around letting the tyres down and back up again at every trail, so they're running a lot harder than they would normally run for an off-road, but there's plenty of meat left on that, and she's wearing nicely too. Now, my biggest concern is the rear tyre here. Look, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's just move the bike a bit. There you go. So the rear tyre was new at the start of the trip, and she's already down to about 9mm tread depth now, and it was about 15. It'd be 14mm when we started, so it's going down really, really quick. We've got a long way to go. Again, same road tyre pressure. She's running about 30 psi, which is a lot higher than you can run in an off-road environment. Plus, of course, we've got to run road legal tyres for this job. And the chain, what's going on with the chain? Let's take a look. Well, despite oiling the chain this morning, you can see already after about 50 k's of riding, it's pretty much bone dry. And that's one of the problems with these trails. There's so much dust, it just eats away the oil, the lubrication on your chain. And this one, it's getting pretty rattly. Now, some may say it looks a bit slag. But in actual fact, the specification, the measurement is from this bolt here. There should be between 58, from memory, 58 to 68mm distance if you lift the chain up. That gap just there, look. So she's still about right at the moment. I might give it a tweak tonight when we get back. Other than that, she's looking pretty good. Am I what?
Are you famous?
I am in England, a little bit. For all the wrong reasons, though. So there you go. That's a quick look around the WR450F. And it's coping pretty well on these trails. It's actually bloody good fun to ride. But it's also quite hard work. You pull the throttle back and it just rips your arms off. Brakes are so keen, you've got to really modulate your braking. The bike's so light, it often gets into a slide if you overbrake going into a corner. Whereas that old XT660 Tenere, man, it's so comfy, it's so nice, it just burbles along quite happily. I did this trail, Rainbows, a few years ago on a Honda Dominator 600, 650, what was, I don't know. And that performed really well too. It just luxury, just cruised along, not particularly high performance, didn't do anything untoward, didn't kick out too much on the corners, but you could got a nice, good load carrying capacity on those kind of bikes. WRs, without that support truck, I'd be absolutely screwed. Okay, well, I think it's about time to head off. We'll hit the trails again, and you're back on the GoPro. See you later, crew. Luxurious, is it? Is it luxurious?
It's luxurious.
BMW! Woohoo! Bit posh. Bit too shiny for me. Lots of plastic to break. think the one thing that lets that down is the rear tyre on it. It's you can't get the power down. It's so skittish.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got to be real, because you've got obviously a lot more torque as well. And it's just, it would do well with a more of a, for this stuff, more of a trail type tyre. Because they're just such big blocks. So the stones just sit between them. So, Graham, what do you think to the, now that you've ridden the WR for a little bit, what do you reckon?
The little pocket rocket, it reminds me of myself at the age of 8.
8.
All over the place, full of energy, exhilarating, not too clever. ADD. Death around every corner, but fun man. I'll be too scared to take it on a windy road. I'll just stick to the tried and tested.
And what do you reckon?
Yep. Definitely a light bike that wants to be ridden hard.
It does, doesn't it?
Needs a better
It's like a
ride than me.
it's almost like a two-stroke road bike, isn't it? It's just like, go on.
Yeah.
It's always chomping at the bit, waiting to get going again.
It certainly needs a better rider than me, but it feels like a bicycle after riding around on the F800. It's
And,
just so light.
and you've really got to work the gearbox, haven't you? You're up and down the box all the time. Whereas I noticed on your GS, pick a gear,
And stay in it.
you know,
Yeah.
you don't need to do any gear changes for 90% of the time. I mean, on your Tenere, you're still working the box a little bit,
Absolutely.
but there's so much torque and it's such a wide power band on it that it just munches along, you know.
Through,
Yeah. It really is quite a bunch of different bikes we've got. You know, the Tenere is the real trusty old girl, but the technology is definitely the Beamer. She's a much comfier, easier, less rider input kind of bike. You know. Yeah, it just does what it's supposed to do, doesn't it? You know. Yeah, I mean, I've not ridden the black one yet, but you know, they definitely do a lot of the work for you, don't they? Yeah. Well, cool.
It gets worse from here on.
It is.
Sonata road.
Yeah, it's a lot more rugged.
Yeah.
A bit further down now, yeah.
So the good days are over.
You get some big wide pylon roads, don't we? Remember those ones in the four-wheel drive truck? You could drift around them in the four-wheel drive.
In fact, I think this is the crest. I was on a Honda Dominator a couple of years ago. I was down here with Ben, and I was leading. No, Phil was leading, my brother. I was in the middle, and Ben was at the back on his TT250. And Phil stopped just after the crest, so I come trundling over the top, and of course anchors on, and then Ben comes up flying behind me, and doesn't actually appreciate that we're all stopped. So he anchors on as well, and being a lighter bike, it takes a bit longer to, you know, it sort of skits around on the gravel. And he took my right hand soft pannier clean off the bike. It's just clink, and it flew off down the gravel road. And I'm like, cheers, son. You know, it was, and I felt him brush past my leg as he went past. And I'm like, geez, that was so close. Yeah, he looked a bit stunned actually. He was like, because he was sending it on trying to catch us up as always. You know, a little 250. He had to try and pick up the pace wherever he could. But no, bloody good fun. Close call though. I've not missed this seat.
bicycle down there?
No, down by the river.
I put it down to him. I was like, what the hell is this guy? He's got like a bag, he's washing his clothes.
Holy shit! Oh, it'll be on camera somewhere. I did look down when he pointed it out.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Just tucked it, like,
I was just.
orange thing. What the hell's that?
Yeah. Oh, this isn't too bad. It's a different kind of ground, isn't it? Right. Alright then crew, we're well on our way down Rainbows. What? Yeah, I'll have a beer. Well on our way down Rainbows and we found a perfect spot on a bridge to change the GoPro batteries again. New card, second card for the day, so that's 2 hours of riding in the can. Nothing really too much to report. Really, let's do a full view round. Look at this. Absolutely bloody awesome. Tell you. Oh, cheers matey. Get yourself down to Rainbows, it's fantastic.
Tidy's at Rainbow.
It sure is. Come on guys, anything to say?
I see myself as a South Island man. Taking swims.
It's a lot more rugged down here, isn't it? It's more manly than the North Island's too soft, isn't it?
Bear Grylls country.
Yeah, this is the proper stuff.
Get my hand warmers on my motorbike.
Are they turned on? Have you got them turned on?
Yeah, no, I've turned them off.
That's alright.
I'm roughing it, mate.
Good on you. Oh.